Hello students, welcome to the 12th video of trigonometry. In this video, we will be doing exercise 6C, second Roman problems. First bit, if cos alpha is minus 3 by 5 and sin beta is 7 by 25, then find the values of tan alpha plus beta and sin alpha plus beta. It is given that pi by 2 is less than alpha less than pi, which means, see, 90 degrees is less than alpha, which means alpha is greater than 90 degrees and alpha is less than 180 degrees, which means alpha is in the second quadrant. Okay, see, this is 0 degrees, this is 90, 180 and 270, right? And again 360 here. So 90 degrees, pi by 2 is 90, 90 is less than pi, which means 90 is less than alpha, which means alpha is greater than 90, right? Greater than 90 means somewhere here, and less than 180, so it is in the second quadrant. Okay, and beta, see, beta is greater than 0 and beta is less than pi by 2, which means beta is here in the first quadrant. Okay, all right, so beta is in the first quadrant and alpha is in the second quadrant. Alpha is in the second quadrant. Beta is in the first quadrant. Okay. We need to find tan alpha plus beta. What is tan alpha plus beta formula? Tan alpha plus tan beta divided by 1 minus tan alpha tan beta. Okay, we are given cos alpha and sin beta. Using cos alpha and sin beta, can we find tan alpha and tan beta? Sorry, yes, we can find. See, let us take cos alpha. I'll change the marker. Cos alpha is minus 3 by 5, right? So if we draw a right angle triangle, let us say this is theta. Okay, what is cos? Adjacent by hypotenuse, right? So this is adjacent, this is hypotenuse. We are considering only the magnitudes, right? So using Pythagoras theorem, this side will be 4. Okay, now what will be the value of tan alpha? We need tan alpha, right? What is value of tan alpha? Tan is opposite divided by adjacent. So tan alpha will be 4 by 3. This is the opposite side, this is the adjacent side. But alpha lies in the second quadrant, and in the second quadrant tan is negative, right? See, all silver tea cups. Here everything is positive, here only sine and its reciprocal, these two are positive. In the third one, tan is positive, its reciprocal cot is positive, here cos is positive and its reciprocal secant is positive, right? So alpha lies in the second quadrant, which means tan should be negative. So tan alpha is minus 4 by 3. Okay, so we got tan alpha minus 4 by 3 plus, let us find tan beta. Okay. Alright, one more thing, let us go ahead and find sin alpha also, because it will be useful. We need to find sin alpha plus beta also, right? So sin alpha is 4 by 5. Alpha is in the second quadrant, right? So this is not theta, this is actually alpha, right? So alpha is in the second quadrant, which means sin is positive. So this is positive. Okay, let us write this value here. Sin alpha is plus 4 by 5. Tan alpha is minus 4 by 3. Okay, let us rub this and find tan beta and sin beta. Okay, sin beta is 7 by 27 given. Okay, so suppose if this is the angle, okay, what is sin 7 by 25? Okay, Sine formula is opposite by hypotenuse, right? So this is opposite, that means this is 7 and hypotenuse is 25. Now if you use Pythagoras theorem and find this adjacent side will be equal to 24. Okay, you should remember this numbers because since 10th standard we have been doing Pythagoras theorem, right? So 7, 25 and 24, these are Pythagorean triplets. What do we need to find? Tan beta. Tan beta formula is opposite divided by adjacent. So this will be equal to 7 by 24. Now tan beta is 7 by 24. Positive or negative? See, beta is in the first quadrant, and in the first quadrant all ratios are positive. So tan beta will also be positive. Okay, what will be sin beta now? Sin formula is, okay, sin is already given. Let us find cos beta. Okay, cos formula is adjacent by hypotenuse, right? So cos beta will be equal to adjacent is 24, hypotenuse is 25. So cos beta is 24 divided by 25. So we have everything that we need to solve this problem now. Okay. Now first let us find tan alpha plus beta. Tan alpha plus beta formula is tan alpha plus tan beta divided by 1 minus tan alpha tan beta. Now what is tan alpha? Minus 4 by 3 plus tan beta is 7 by 24 divided by 1 minus tan alpha tan beta. Minus 4 by 3 multiplied by 7 by 24. Okay. See, denominators are different, so we need to multiply the denominators and cross multiply these numbers. 4 into 24 plus 7 into 3. Okay. Whole divided by, here it is 1 plus, okay, 28 divided by 72. Yes, 72. So this is 72. This will be 1 by 1 here, right? Minus into minus is plus. Okay. So how can we simplify this? Where should I write? I'll write here minus 96. Okay, 24 and 4 is minus 96 plus 21 divided by 72 whole divided by, denominators are different, multiply the denominators, cross multiply this number, 72 plus 28. This 72 will get cancelled, right? Okay, how much do we have now? This is minus 75 in the numerator divided by 100. So this will be 3 by 4. Okay, so this is 3 by 4 minus 3 by 4. Minus is also there, right? So tan alpha plus beta is minus 3 by 4. Alright. What do we need to find next? Sin alpha plus beta. Okay, what is the formula of sin alpha plus beta? I hope you remember this. Sin alpha plus beta is equal to sin alpha cos beta plus cos alpha sin beta. Okay. So let us substitute the values. Sin alpha is 4 by 5 multiplied by cos beta 24 by 25 plus cos alpha. Cos alpha is given minus 3 by 5. Right? And sin beta 7 by 25. Sin alpha cos beta. Okay, yes, everything is there, right? So this will be equal to, in the denominator 5 into 25, right? 5 into 25 is 125 and here also 125, so denominators are same. Okay, is equal to 24 into 4, 96 minus 21. So this is 75. 75 by 125, 3 divided by 5. So this is 3 by 5. So what is sin alpha plus beta? It is 3 by 5. It is plus 3 by 5. Okay. Okay. We have an important question here. Most of the students will make a big blunder in this question. Okay. In finding the answer, let us check. 0 is less than a, less than b, less than pi by 4. Okay. That means a is greater than 0 and B is greater than A and pi by 4, that is 45 degrees, is greater than B. Okay, so here one thing you should notice, B is greater than A. Okay, and if we do A minus B, if we subtract A minus B, this will give us a negative number, right? Because B is greater and we are subtracting, see, we are subtracting a greater number from a smaller number. This is small, this is big. See, let us take 10 and 3. Big, this is small, right? So 3 minus 10 will be minus 7, right? So it will give us a negative number. So A minus B will give us negative number, B minus A will give us positive number, right? Of course, plus will be positive only, A plus B will be positive or B plus A will be positive. Okay. And sine A plus B is 24 by 25 given and cos A minus B is 4 by 5 given. We need to find the value of tan 2A. Okay. Now, see, we have an identity cos square theta plus sin square theta is equal to 1 or sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1, right? Very famous formula or identity. Using this, we can find, see, cos A plus B and sin A minus B. See here, this is cos square A plus B plus sin square A plus B will be equal to 1. In place of theta, we have A plus B. In place of theta, we have A plus B, right? So same angles, cos square and sin square the same angles, plus it will be equal to 1. So using this, let us find the value of cos square A plus B. So this is cos square A plus B is equal to 1 minus sin square A plus B, right? Sin square goes on the other side and this square goes on the other side, becomes plus minus root. Okay. Okay, now see, this is plus minus root. Now, A is less than 45 degrees and B is also less than 45 degrees. So if you add A and B, it should be less than 90 degrees only, right? Less than 45 number, less than 45 number. Let us say 40 and 40, if you add, it is less than 90, right? 80 is less than 90, which means this A plus B will lie in the first quadrant. Okay, so we should consider positive number here. So we should consider only positive, not negative, because A plus B, the resultant angle of A plus B will lie in the first quadrant. Okay, so this is 1 minus, what is sin square? So this is 24 square by 25 square under root. So this is 1 minus 576 divided by 625. 24 square, 25 square. So this is 1 by 1. Denominators are different. Multiply and cross multiply this. This will be 576. Okay. 49 by 625 square root 7 by 25 plus 7 by 25. Okay. So what do we have? We have sine value. Sin A plus B is 24 by 25 and cos A plus B is 7 by 25. We could have drawn a right angle triangle and found the value of A plus B, right? Okay. In the same way, let us find the value of sin A plus B. Sin A minus B, sorry. So see, this is cos A minus B plus sin square A minus B is equal to 1, right? Okay, these markers are troubling me a lot. There is no ink in the marker. I am putting ink but it is not working. The markers are not working. Cos square A minus B. So we have this, right? So if you want to find sin square A minus B, this will be 1 minus cos square A minus B. Okay? Okay. Now see, this square goes on the other side, right? So it will be plus minus. So sin A minus B will be plus minus. Now, should I consider plus here or minus here? See, this is where students will make mistake. A minus B is negative. A minus B is negative. See, it is like sine of some negative number. So it should be minus sine theta, right? So it should be negative. Consider negative. Okay. Under root of 1 minus cos square. This is 4 square by 5 square. So this is 1 minus 16 by 25. So this is 1 by 1. So multiply the denominators. 1 into 25, 25. This is 2. 25 minus 16. So this is 9 by 25. 9 by 25 will be 3 by 5. Okay. Okay. So what do we have now? We have cos A minus B is equal to 4 by 5 and sin A minus B is equal to 3 by 5, but minus sign, right? Minus 3 by 5. Okay. All right. We need everything. We got everything we need. Okay. Now see, let us find tan 2a. See, to find tan 2a, let us write tan 2a as a plus b plus a minus b. Okay. See, plus b minus b will get cancelled. We'll have a plus a 2a. So this is in fact equal to tan 2a only, right? Okay. So if you take this as one angle, this and this, and expand tan a plus b formula, so this will be equal to tan a plus b plus tan a minus b divided by 1 minus tan a tan b. Okay, like this, right? See, this is, let us say this is theta 1, theta 2. Tan theta 1 plus theta 2 will be tan theta 1 plus tan theta 2 divided by 1 minus tan theta 1 tan theta 2, right? Okay, so this is tan 2a now. Okay, to find tan 2a we need tan a plus b tan a minus b, right? Okay, can we have tan a plus b tan a minus b from here? Yes. So we have, see, tan a plus b. How can we write tan a plus b? We can write it as sin by cos. Okay, sin a plus b cos a plus b. What is sin a plus b? 24 by 25 divided by cos a plus b, 7 by 25. So 25 will get cancelled. 24 divided by 7. So this is tan a plus b. So this is 24 divided by 7 plus tan a minus b. See, minus 3 by 5 sin a minus b divided by cos a minus b, right? So sin a minus b divided by cos a minus b. So this will be equal to how much? Minus 3 by 5. Oh god, this markers. Minus 3 by 5 divided by 4 by 5. 5 will get cancelled. Minus 3 by 4. So this is minus 3 by 4 divided by 1 minus 24 by 7 multiplied by, this is minus 3 by 4. Okay. Now normal simplification. Normal simplification will give us the value of tan 2a. Okay. Denominators are different. Multiply the denominators, right? 7 into 4 and this is 24 multiplied by 4, 3 into 7 divided by, this is 1 by 1 plus 1 into minus into minus, 7 4s are 28, right? So let us write 7 4s are only 24, 3s are 72. Okay, so this will be 28, this will be 28. 28 and this is 28. Okay, so this will be 28 plus 1 like this, right? Okay, 28 will get cancelled. In the denominator we have 100 and in the numerator 96 minus 21. 96 minus 21, 75. 75 divided by 100, 3 by 4. Okay. So the answer is 3 by 4. Let me just check whether this is visible or not. The marker is very light. 3 by 4. Okay. Okay. Let us solve this problem. If a plus b and a are acute angles such that sin a plus b is 24 by 5 and tan a is 3 by 4, find the value of cos b. Okay. See, we need to find the value of cos b. We are given sin a plus b and tan a. So how can we do that? See, cos b, can we write it as b minus a plus b is given it. Let us take a plus b. A plus b minus a like this. Can we write cos b as cos a plus b minus a? Now, if you take this as one angle and this as one angle, this will be cos a plus b minus a formula, right? So this will be cos a cos b. B is a, right? Plus sin a plus b sin a. We applied this formula. Cos a cos b plus sin a sin b, right? So here first angle we took it as a plus b and second angle b we took it as a. Okay. Alright. So cos b we wrote it as a plus b minus a, because minus a plus a will get cancelled. It will be cos b only, right? So we need to find what is cos a plus b. We are given sin a plus b. Okay. We can find cos a plus b and we are given tan a. We can find cos a and we can find sin a also, right? Alright. We need to find cos a plus b. See, cos a plus b, cos square plus sin square a plus b will be equal to 1, right? So if you send this cos sin square on the other side, it will be minus, and this square goes on the other side, becomes root, right? So we have cos a plus b is equal to root of 1 minus sin square a plus b. See, this a plus b is an acute angle, which means it is in the first quadrant, right? So cos a plus b will be positive, because in the first quadrant all ratios are positive, right? So 1 minus, this is how much? 24 by 25 square. So 1 minus 24 is 576 divided by 25, 625. So this is 1. Okay. 625 minus 576. 49 by 625. 49 is 7 by 25. Okay. So this is 7 by 25 plus 7 by 25. So this is 7 by 25 multiplied by cos A. Let us find out cos A. Okay. See, tan A is given to us. Okay. If we consider angle here, tan formula is, see, tan A is 3 by 4. Opposite by adjacent is standard. So this is 3, this is 4 now. This will be 5. If you use Pythagoras theorem, the hypotenuse will be equal to 5. This is a famous triangle at 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now what do we need to find? Cos A and sin A. Okay. What is cos A? Cos A formula is adjacent by hypotenuse. So cos A will be equal to, adjacent is 4 and 5 is hypotenuse. Okay. So cos A 4 by 5 plus sin A plus B is given to us 24 by 25 multiplied by sin A. Let us find sin A from here. Sin A is opposite by hypotenuse. So sin A will be 3 by 5. So this is 3 by 5. Okay. Now we need to simplify. We'll get the value of cos B. Okay. 25 into 5 is 125, and here also we'll have 125, right? Denominators are same. write it one time. Okay, this is 28 and this is 72. Okay, yes, 24 3 12 6 7 72. So this is 100 by 125, so this is 4 by 5. Okay, so what is cos B? It is equal to 4 by 5. Okay, tan alpha minus tan beta is equal to m, cot alpha minus cot beta is equal to n. Then prove that cot alpha minus beta is equal to 1 by m minus 1 by n. Okay, see, tan alpha minus tan beta is equal to m given. Can we write tan as 1 by cot? Yes. Alright, so we have tan alpha minus tan beta is equal to m. This is given. This tan, let us write it as 1 by cot. This, let us write it as 1 by cot beta is equal to m. Okay, so denominators are different. Cot alpha multiplied by cot beta, cross multiply this, we will have cot beta minus cot alpha is equal to m, right? Okay, now see, if you observe carefully, cot alpha minus cot beta is equal to n is given. We have cot beta minus cot alpha. Okay, the signs are same, values are same, cot beta, cot alpha, terms are same, but one is here, right? See what is given to us? It is given that cot alpha minus cot beta is equal to n. Here cot beta minus cot alpha we have. So if you change the signs, multiply by minus 1 on both the sides, this will become minus, this will become plus. Cot B is equal to minus n, right? Okay. Or can we write this as cot B minus cot alpha is equal to minus n? Yes. So in place of cot B minus cot alpha, can we write minus n? Yes. So this is minus n divided by cot alpha multiplied by cot beta is equal to n. Okay. You send this cot, two cots on the other side and m this side, it will be minus n by m is equal to cot alpha multiplied by cot beta. We will use this afterwards. Okay, because see, why did we get this? Cot alpha minus beta, we need to find this cot alpha minus beta, right? What is the formula to find cot alpha minus beta? What is cot alpha minus beta? Cot alpha minus beta is cot alpha cot beta, okay, or cot beta cot alpha plus 1 divided by cot beta minus cot alpha. Okay, so what is cot alpha cot beta? Cot alpha cot beta is minus n by m plus 1 divided by cot beta minus cot alpha. Cot beta minus cot alpha is minus n, so this is minus n. Okay, cot beta, yes. Now let us find out, this is 1 by 1, we can write it divided by 1 here also, right? So here denominators are different, so multiply, cross multiply this plus m divided by minus n divided by 1, so this will become 1 by, okay, 1 by minus n, so this will be minus n plus m divided by minus mn. Okay, let us write it separately. This is minus n divided by minus mn plus m divided by minus mn. So n cancel, minus minus cancel, here m cancel, right? So what do we have now? We have 1 by m minus 1 by n. See, we needed to prove that cot alpha minus beta is 1 by n minus 1 by n. Cot alpha minus beta is 1 by m minus 1 by n. Okay. Okay, we have an interesting question here. If tan alpha minus beta is 7 by 24 and tan alpha is 4 by 3, where alpha and beta are in the first quadrant. Prove that alpha plus beta is pi by 2. Okay. Okay, alright. See, we will find tan alpha plus beta. Okay. What is the formula to find tan alpha plus beta? Tan alpha plus tan beta divided by 1 minus tan alpha tan beta, right? Okay. So we need to prove that this alpha plus beta is pi by 2. Okay. So when is tan pi by 2? If this is pi by 2, see, alpha plus beta should be pi by 2. So if this is pi by 2, this should be not defined, right? Because tan pi by 2, that is tan 90, is not defined. We cannot find its value, right? Because 0 will come in the denominator, right? So here, if we can prove that this is not defined, okay, if this is not defined, we can have tan alpha plus beta is equal to not defined. And when is tan not defined? At pi by 2, right? So we can prove that this alpha plus beta is pi by 2. Okay, that will be our approach here. So to find tan alpha plus beta, we need tan alpha and tan beta. Okay. Alright, so we need to find tan alpha and tan beta. Tan alpha is given. Okay, so tan alpha is equal to how much? It is 4 by 3. Tan beta we need to find. So 1 minus here tan alpha 4 by 3 multiplied by, let us find tan beta value and substitute here. Let us check what we get. Okay, how should we find tan beta now? We are given tan alpha minus beta and tan alpha is given. Okay, so if we add these two angles, see, alpha minus beta plus alpha, can we get tan beta? We need tan beta, right? Can we get beta? No. Alpha plus alpha, 2 alpha minus beta. What if we subtract this? We get minus beta. Okay? Yes. We can work with minus beta also, right? Okay. Let us do one thing. So we need to find tan beta. Let us write tan beta as alpha minus beta minus alpha. So alpha minus alpha will get cancelled. We'll have tan minus beta, right? So this is actually tan minus beta. Okay. So we can write this as minus tan beta is equal to tan alpha minus beta minus alpha. So this is one angle and this is one angle now. Tan A minus B. Tan A minus B formula. Okay. So it will be tan A minus tan B divided by 1 plus tan A tan B. Okay. Why did we use this? Because tan alpha plus beta is given and tan alpha is given. Okay. So using that, we can find minus tan beta. Minus tan beta. Tan alpha minus beta is how much? 7 by 24 minus tan alpha. Tan alpha is 4 by 3 divided by 1 plus tan alpha minus beta. 7 by 24 multiplied by tan alpha is 4 by 3. So this is 4 by 3. Okay. Let us find its value. So denominators are different. 24 into 3 cross multiply. 7 3s are minus 4 into 24 here. Whole divided by. So this is 1. Denominators are different. So this will be 24 into 3 cross multiply. 24 into 3 plus 7 into 4. Okay. So this is 21 minus 96. This 24 3 will get cancelled, right? So this is 72 plus 28. So we have minus 75 by 100. Okay. This is minus tan beta is equal to 3 by 4, right? So it is minus 3 by 4. Minus minus will get cancelled. Tan beta is 3 by 4. So substitute 3 by 4 here, 3 by 4. Here 3 by 4. 4 4 3 3 will get cancelled. This will be 1, right? So see, numerator is some number. Okay. Divided by, in the denominator we have 1 minus 1. 1 minus 1 is equal to how much? It is 0, right? So this value is not defined. Okay. So what do we have? We have tan alpha plus beta is equal to not defined. When is tan value not defined? When tan is pi by 2. Okay. So tan pi by 2 is not defined. So which means this alpha plus beta is equal to how much? Pi by 2. Okay. We needed to prove that. Alright. Okay. Let us find this. Find the expansion of sine a plus b minus c. Okay. Now, see, you have a formula that is expansion of this sine a plus b plus c. Okay. And students will memorize that formula. No need of memorizing it. Okay. What you can do is, you can take this as one angle. You can take this as sine a plus b, one angle. Okay. Plus c as one angle. And you can apply sine a plus b formula. Right. Sine a plus b. So we'll use the same concept here. Okay. So we will use the formula that we know. Instead of learning a new formula, we'll use the formula that we know. Okay. We will write sine a plus b minus c. This has one angle, this has one angle, right? So it is like sine a minus b. What is sine a minus b? Sine a cos b minus cos a sine b, right? Okay. So here a is a plus b and b is c. So using the same expansion, this is sine a plus b cos c, okay, minus cos a plus b sine c. Now we know the expansion of sine a plus b and cos a plus b, right? So let us expand this. So this will be sine a cos b plus cos a sine b multiplied by cos c minus this one. Okay, let us write brackets. Cos a cos b minus sine a sine b, expansion of this multiplied by sine c. Now if you multiply, what do we have? We have sine a cos b cos c plus cos a sine b cos c minus this cos a cos b sine c. Okay, minus into minus plus, and everything is sine here. So sine a sine b sine c. This is the expansion. Okay, I hope this is clear. So instead of learning a new formula, okay, we utilize sine a minus b and then a plus b and cos a plus b expansion. Okay, let us solve this problem. Find the expansion of cos a minus b minus c. Okay, similar to the previous problem, we will use cos a minus b formula here. Okay, see, we will write this as cos a minus b minus c. This is one angle and this is one angle. So this is a and this is b. A minus b, cos a minus b. What is cos a minus b? Cos a cos b plus sine a sine b. Okay, so let us use this cos, this is a cos b plus sine a sine b. Okay, now expansion of cos a minus b sine a minus b. Okay, what is the expansion of this? This is cos a cos b plus sine a sine b multiplied by cos c plus expansion of sine a minus b, sine a cos b minus cos a sine b multiplied by sine c, sine a cos b. Yes, okay. Now let us multiply. So we have cos A, cos B, cos C plus sin A, sin B, cos C, okay, plus sin A, cos B, sin C minus cos A, sin B, sin C. This is the expansion of cos A minus B minus C. Okay, we have an interesting question here. In a triangle ABC, A is obtuse. Okay, so see, A is obtuse given. Maybe the triangle is like this. This is obtuse A. Okay, if one angle is obtuse, the other two angles cannot be obtuse, right? They should be acute angles. Obtuse means greater than 90 degrees, right? So if you add this 3, we should get 180 degrees. If this is greater than 90, let us say this is 120. Okay. So the remaining two angles cannot be 90 or greater than 90, right? They should be less than 90 only. Okay. Because this angle and this angle and the third angle should give us 180 degrees. If this is already 120, this cannot be 90, right? Because 90 and 120 will give us 210. It cannot be 90, right? It should be less than 90. This should also be less than 90. Isn't it? So if one angle is obtuse in a triangle, the other two angles will be acute. They will be less than 90. So if A is if A is obtuse, B and C should be acute. Okay. So A is obtuse angle, B and C are acute. Okay, which means A is greater than 90, right? Which means A lies in the second quadrant, B and C lies in the first quadrant. Okay. All right. We have a triangle ABC. A is obtuse. Sine A is given. Sine A is 3 by 5. Sin B is 5 by 13. We should show that sin C is 16 by 65. Okay. See, we have a triangle, right? So, if you add all three angles, it should be equal to 180. We need to find sin C. So, send sin C on the other side. Send sin C on the other side. So, we'll have A plus B is equal to 180 minus C. So, if you apply sin on both sides, this will be 180 minus C. What is 180 minus C? Sin 180. At 180, the ratios will not change, right? So sin will remain sin. So it will be sin C plus sin C, because 180 minus C is in the second quadrant. Okay. So sin C is in fact equal to sin A plus B. If we find the value of sin A plus B, we'll get the value of sin C. So what is sin A plus B? Sin A plus B is sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. So this will be equal to sin C. So we need to find sin A. Sin A is given 3 by 5. This is 3 by 5. Oh god, these markers are troubling me a lot. This is 3 by 5 multiplied by cos B. Cos B is not given. We need to find. We can find cos B from sin B, right? And cos A. Cos A is also not given. We can find sin B is given. What is sin B? 5 by 13. Let us substitute these two values. Okay. And get what is sin C. We need to get sin C 16 by 65 because it is show that given, right? Okay. Sin A is given. Sin B is given. Sin B is 5 by 13. Sin A is given. So can we write sin square A plus cos square A is equal to 1, this identity, and find the value of cos A? Yes. So it will be cos A. This sin square goes on the other side, becomes minus, and this square goes on the other side, becomes root. And A is obtuse, which means A lies in the second quadrant. That means cos should be negative, right? Cos A should be negative. So we'll take negative 1 minus sin square A. So this is minus 1 minus, this is 3 square by 5 square. Okay, minus 1 minus 9 by 25. So this is 1 into 25, 25 cross multiply 25 minus 9. This is minus sign, right? Okay, so what do we have now? 25 minus 9, 16. 16 by 25. So this is minus 4 by 5. Okay, cos A is minus 4 by 5. Cos A is minus 4 by 5. Let us find cos B now. Okay, and B is acute. That means B will lie in the first quadrant. Cos B will be equal to root of 1 minus sine square B, and in the first quadrant all the ratios are positive. So 1 minus, so this is 5 square, 13 square. So 1 minus 25 by 169. So this will be 1 by 1. So this is 169. This is 169 minus 25. So 169, 144, 169. So this will be 12 by 13. So this is 12 by 13. Okay. Now let us find out. We should get 16 by 65. Okay. 5 into 13, 65. 12 into 3 is 36. 4 5s are 20. 5 65. So 36 minus 20, 16. 16 by 65 is equal to sin C. So sin C is equal to how much? 16 by 65. Okay. Okay. This will be the last problem in this video. If sine alpha plus beta divided by sine alpha minus beta is a plus b divided by a minus b, then prove that a tan beta is equal to b tan alpha. Okay. See, before starting this problem, I'll explain you one concept which we use in ratios and compounds. It is called as compidendo dividendo. Compidendo and dividendo. Okay. Compidendo and dividendo. What is this? See, if you have a by b and it is equal to some, let us say, x by c by d or x by y. Okay, what do? We first add the denominator to the numerator and then we subtract. See, a plus b, a minus b. So we did compidendo dividendo one side, we should do the same thing on the other side. So this will be x plus y divided by x minus y. So this 2 will be equal and this 2 will also be equal. Okay, this operation is called as compidendo and dividendo. We use this in the ratios. Okay, let me explain you using one example. Let us say we have 5 by 3. Okay, 5 by 3, this ratio will be same as 15 by 9, right? 5 by 3 and 15 by 9 will be same. We can cancel using 3 table here, so this will be 3 by 5. So now apply compidendo dividendo. 5 plus 3, 5 minus 3. Here 15 plus 9, 15 minus 9, right? So 5 plus 3 is how much? 8. 8 divided by 5 minus 3 is 2. So here 9 and 15, 24 divided by 15 minus 9, 6, right? So this will be equal to 4. This also is equal to 4. So 4 is equal to 4, right? Like this 5 by 3 is equal to 15 by 9. Now see, this part is also same. Okay. So we'll use this concept here. We'll use compidendo and dividendo concept here. Okay. Alright. So we are given sine alpha plus beta divided by sine alpha minus beta is equal to a plus b divided by a minus b. Okay. And we should prove that this tan a tan beta will be equal to b tan alpha. Okay. Apply compidendo dividendo. So add 1 time in the numerator, sine alpha minus beta minus sine alpha minus beta. Okay, we added it. We applied competent to dividend on LHS, same thing on RHS. So a plus b plus a minus b. Okay, this is b, and a plus b minus a minus b. I am writing this inside the bracket because students will get confused here. They will end up writing minus b only. So this will actually be a plus b plus a minus b divided by a plus b minus a plus b. Minus into minus, right? So minus a plus a here, minus b plus b will get cancelled. We'll have 2a divided by 2b. That will be equal to a by b. Okay. So this sine alpha plus beta plus sine alpha minus beta divided by sine alpha minus beta minus sine alpha minus beta is equal to how much? It is equal to a divided by b. Okay, let us write that. It is equal to a divided by b. Okay, now what? See, expansion of this. Okay, what is expansion of this? This is sine alpha. Okay, or we can directly write the formula, right? Or let us expand. Sine alpha cos beta plus cos alpha sin beta plus here sine alpha cos beta minus cos alpha sin beta divided by sine alpha cos beta minus cos alpha sin beta minus, let us write brackets here because we have minus here, right? Okay, what did I do here? One time plus, one time minus. So this should be plus actually, right? Okay, yes, this should be plus. See, this minus this plus this minus this, right? Okay, it should be plus. So it is plus. Now minus here, sine alpha cos beta minus cos alpha sin beta. So if you remove the brackets, this will be plus, right? Okay, so now these two terms will get cancelled, right? Now these two terms will get cancelled. This is equal to a by b. Okay, alright, so what do we have? 2 sine alpha cos beta divided by cos alpha sin beta cos alpha sin beta. 2 cos alpha sin beta is equal to a by b. 2 will get cancelled. Sin by cos is tan. So I'll write here. So this is tan alpha multiplied by cos by sin. Cos by sin is cot. So this is cot beta is equal to a by b. Cot beta, can we write it as 1 by tan? Yes. So this is 1 by tan beta is equal to a by b. If you cross multiply, see, b will come this side. So this is b tan alpha is equal to a tan beta. We got the same thing, right? Or it is a tan beta is equal to b tan alpha. We needed to prove this. Okay, we got that.